ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY. Comics and nonsense every ZUNDAY. ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY. Starring ZIGGY'S and Skipper Steve. Meet Skipper Steve, I'm the captain of the ship. Well, ZIGGY'S is mostly around for antics. Why did they name it Funny Books anyway? Because Antics Knee Books is a really, really stupid name. And it's really hard to say. ZUNDAY, ZUNDAY, gubbingy. TGIZ, thank God it's Ziggy. Funny Books Comics on YouTube. Not really sponsored by Yoo-Hoo. Don't you dare miss a single episode of ZUNDAY. Don't you miss an episode. Welcome to ZUNDAY, Season 3, Episode 1, the season premiere.
That's right, and people are only hearing me right now. They're not seeing me because before we switch cameras, I want to get everybody ready for a big Season 3 surprise.
Oh, yes, the Season 3 surprise.
The big Season 3 surprise.
They might have been able to gather it from some clues.
No, there's certainly clues.
Because I had to hold this, I had to do my hands differently this time.
Right, but sure.
Well, because...
Yes,
right. Let's reveal the big secret.
Season 3 surprise is...
I'm sitting to your right.
And I'm on the left side.
Is that I'm camera?
You're camera left on my right.
Right. I'm on the right, but I'm camera left.
I
was going to text you that this morning when I was explaining this,
I'm gonna be,
but I thought I would get it wrong.
When I'm camera left, it's because I left the camera. Left the scene.
See ya. Yeah, so this is the Season 3 premiere of ZUNDAY. We've done 2 seasons of ZUNDAY.
We've done 2 seasons. Did you say 2 seasons or 3 seasons?
We've done 2.
We've done 2 complete seasons with amazing overarching storylines.
Yes. We did a 5-episode season,
yes,
which included a pilot episode.
Yes.
And because I'm learning. And then we did an 11-episode season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I was taking some notes on because it is approaching the end of the year. We will have to do a ZUNDAY recap. Like a best of ZUNDAY
right,
type
best of all-time best of ZUNDAY.
Yeah. Like when
That'll be for Sweeps Week.
Yeah, so we were gone for 3 weeks in between seasons, and a lot has happened in those 3 weeks. First of all, Ziggy went to Texas.
I did.
What happened in Texas? You're completely on the spot. You didn't know I was going to ask you about Texas.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What's happening?
Nothing. I'm just breaking everything. How does everybody feel about that if I just break everything?
Well, let's get Dottie on camera. Well, you break everything. Come on, Dot.
Breaking everything.
Oh, Dottie the cat. Steve and Dottie, Dottie and Steve, Steve and Dottie, Dottie and Steve, Dottie and Steve, Steve and Dottie.
She's like,
I sing that all day.
She's like, please stop yelling in my ears. I have cat ears. They're very sensitive.
Steve and Dottie, Dottie the cat, Dottie and Steve, Dottie and Steve. Dottie and Steve.
This is going to be the entire show. That's it. This is it.
I'm Skipper Steve. We got to get you a little captain's hat, or maybe a Gilligan's hat for her too.
No, she should wear.
She's the movie star. She's like Ginger.
She's the movie star.
Yeah.
So we should get her like a red wig.
Or how about a whole professor's outfit, that white thing that he wears. The professor.
Yeah, or a nice sport coat. She could be the millionaire.
Oh yeah, yes, Lovey. Oh, Lovey's his wife.
Yeah.
We don't have time for this nonsense. By the way, I can tell you now that I was working on a new theme song for ZUNDAY.
Right.
And it was the Gilligan's Island theme song.
Right. What happened then?
Well, when I finished writing it, it had nothing to do with ZUNDAY. It was just about funny books. I couldn't fit the word ZUNDAY into it anyway. So I shelved it. I said, let me.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
You sit down to write a song.
Yeah.
And you say, this song is going to be about ZUNDAY.
Yeah.
And you said you wrote the whole song and realized it wasn't about ZUNDAY at all. It's just about
well, it's like, just sit right back and we'll tell you.
I don't need to hear the whole song.
Yeah, because it's like with ZIGGY'S and Skipper Steve.
Right.
Dottie the cat, you know.
Well, that sounds like it's about ZUNDAY.
And, but I was like, you know what? I don't have time for this right now.
Well, the thing is, like, so if I'm writing a song and if I'm gonna write something and I'm gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be about ZUNDAY.
Yeah.
And then I write a line and I go, oh, that line's not about ZUNDAY. It's about Funny Books.
Right.
I would say I have to write a different line. I wouldn't get through the whole song.
Okay, I'll tell you how.
And realize that it's not about ZUNDAY.
I'll tell you exactly how it happened. I had a good line.
Yeah.
And it had to do with the building next door. It's like that started at a comic store at number 100. At number 100.
Yeah.
Where we used to be.
Right.
In the 90s, the comics were getting rough. Funny Books was lost, if not for the building right next door. Funny Books might.
Right. This has nothing to do with ZUNDAY.
Exactly.
Yeah, but don't you go, okay, let me stop this train of thought?
Well, I wanted to continue while I was writing. That's how writing works. You don't just stop. While you're writing, you have to keep going until you're done.
Except for if you have like an assignment, and like in this case, you gave yourself an assignment.
Right. Well, listen, I didn't spend 2 hours on this stupid Gilligan's Island parody song. It was like a minute. Songs, I feel like you write songs very quickly, and then you maybe go back and change some things.
Right.
But the initial song, it's like a minute, and then you can go tweak it. Yeah, that's how it works. So you missed Small Business Saturday. Well, we didn't find out about Texas.
Oh, I mean, it was fine. I went and I visited my brother and his family for Thanksgiving, and yeah, we just hung out.
Nice. Well, that's good. I hope everyone out there in the ZUNDAY audience had a good Thanksgiving. And now we moved on. That weekend was Small Business Saturday.
Yes.
And I'd like to thank everyone who came out that weekend. We actually did Friday because I made the sales early so that I could give people the sale. We talked about this on Sunday.
Most people extend Black Friday. You pre-stend.
I pre-stend Small Business Saturday. Yeah.
Trademark pre-stend.
Pre-stend. That's ridiculous. That's going into the Funny Books dictionary.
Yes.
Like with clearance.
Clearance.
The clearance sale.
Yes.
So we had a great Small Business Saturday. I really thank you to everyone who came out. We had great deals. I mean, people left with huge bargains. And we got to see Anna. Anna came by from college, and Alex Pope was back from Penn State. Yeah, so we saw some college kids, and then also latest news: Kid Kirby. He joined the Montville wrestling team. He's a wrestler now. His name is Triceratops. That's from the South Park episode when they do the wrestling, and the wrestling coach asks Butters what his name is, and he goes, Triceratops! Because they think it's fake
always
wrestling.
From South Park.
Yeah, they think it's fake wrestling.
Right.
And also an update, Kevin the Kid is headed back to England for a month. He's leaving on the 21st.
Okay.
So it's going to be Kirby wrestling.
Don't tell me, tell them.
It's going to be Kid Kirby wrestling, Kevin the Kid in England, which just leaves me doing all the work.
All the work.
Ugh.
I'm just going to stop by and laugh at him.
Well, Ziggy will be here on Sundays, that's for sure. And also, update, we have a new open sign.
New open sign.
Yeah, we got it at Mini Books was gifted that open sign at Funnyrama, if you remember. This is the old open sign. I was going to plug it in and show you how it really wasn't working properly, but it doesn't work at all. I don't know what happened to it since we took it down, but maybe we took it down right in the nick of time. Like, it died as we took it down. Yeah.
Last breath.
Yes. So, yeah, that's basically the opening of the ZUNDAY show for season 3. We're on different sides.
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird.
It's a little weird when I do my shaking of the. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look if I shake my paper at the end of the song with this hand, but I think I go "Welcome to ZUNDAY" with this hand. So as I was doing it, I was actually thinking like, wait a second, I have to do things with different hands.
Well, I always think it's really funny when you do the opening song because you know that we're framed just on you.
Yes.
And yet you still
I still look at you.
You still look at me and point to me.
I hate the framing just on me. No. I like the you sitting being awkward.
I hate it.
Well, you got to do certain things for the show. You have to make sacrifices for the show.
Oh, I make sacrifices.
You really should be watching Star Trek right now.
I should be eating an omelet and watching Star Trek.
Right.
And I'm doing ZUNDAY.
Yeah.
For you.
That's for
you out there.
Big commitment. So,
that's right.
Segment 2, we're going to need some visuals for this one.
Also, I just want to remind everybody watching that there is the chat function on the side. You can always leave us a quick comment or note.
Yes.
And we're going to notice it 10 minutes too late.
Yes.
But we always love to see it. Another thing, This being the season 3 premiere.
Yes.
Something I think many of our regular viewers were probably worried about.
Sideways segment?
We're always planning on not using my phone and
Right.
this app on my phone and getting an actual good webcam to do the show on, but we never get around to it. So, no worries. Sideways segment
Is
still here.
Yes.
It'll happen when it happens. We don't know when.
Yes.
You can all breathe a sigh.
And sometimes we notice it right away, and sometimes we notice it a half an hour later, and we're sideways for a half an hour. So keep an eye on it.
That's usually when the chat starts coming up. You guys are sideways.
Yeah, sideways, yeah. Okay, so let's move on to segment 2, which is Dottie segment. Because thanks to fan of Funny Books, Jim Yost and his family, they donated us an amazing cat tower. Like, brand new cat tower.
Ah, yes. Before we go on to that, we do have a comment.
Oh, we do?
Yes, from a viewer in Canada.
Wow.
Yes. A viewer in Canada who was promised a certain segment, and it is coming, Paul. It is coming. We're just going to get through some stuff first. We were talking Advent earlier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's from Canada, huh?
He's from Canada.
Very nicely.
Steve loves Canada.
I am a huge wannabe.
He is. He
Yeah.
wishes he was Canadian.
I was wearing my Canada hat before the election.
And I'm
not one of these jumping on the bandwagon wearing my Canada hat after the election. Right? All right, great. Yeah, we will get to that. We have a lot to get to, actually. First is this amazing cat tower. Do we have a picture of it?
Yeah, you bet we do.
So our customer and Jim Yost and his family gifted us this cat tower. They said their cat wasn't at all interested in this thing. And Dottie loves it. This is when I first brought it by, this is just the bottom of it.
Yeah.
And you can see how tall Dottie is getting, too. And there she is. And what's funny about this is it's right in front of the King Kong poster.
Yeah.
And she's like...
Oh, she's like King Kong.
She's like King Kong. She really is. I always look at her up there next to that poster, and I'm like... I was going to name her at one point, like, Konga, because I'm such a huge King Kong fan.
But then you had your no pop culture rule.
I want into... Yeah, no pop culture for my cat, yeah. Although Dorothy is Wizard of Oz, and of course that's the biggest thing right now is Wicked, I guess.
Yeah, but that's before Dorothy, isn't it?
Yes, Wicked. Well, I think so. I don't know too much about it.
I've never seen it.
Dottie, what are you looking at? Wow, that was a pretty good meow
that
there.
That was a great meow.
You want to come up? Dottie, come on up. Come on up.
And here's just some more Dottie for you sitting in their little cat bucket.
Come on up. Come on up. There you go. Good girl.
Right here. Let's get some good Dottie.
This is current Dottie.
Wait, let's see. Yeah, look at that. Some close-up Dottie.
By the way, I routinely go back and watch the second episode ever on ZUNDAY.
Yeah. Oh,
which is the debut of Dottie.
The Dottie debut.
Yeah, she's like 4 weeks old. She's so cute in that episode. And looks like she'll hang out with us.
Here she is in her bucket.
Oh, yeah, that's the bucket now. Oh, my God. When I put her in that, she immediately, just stayed there forever. But she doesn't really go back into it. She likes the top.
Right. They always like the top.
Yeah.
Vespa likes the top.
So she likes the top. So thank you, Jim and his family, for donating the cat tower. And Kevin Kong donated my litter box cabinet. So this is great having a store. Now I need... right, Dottie, what do you want next? Dottie?
She wants Inside Mini Books is what she wants.
Yeah, she wants to get in there. Also, Dottie was in heat this week. Dottie went into heat earlier this week. I was kind of expecting it at 6 months, so I've arranged for her to get spayed. Friends of Animals, for those looking for this, Friends of Animals is an organization. You can find them online. You pay them, they give you a certificate, and then you bring that certificate to a vet that honors the certificate. Okay. And in this case, it was up in Denville. But I didn't realize that I would have to get her distemper shots and rabies shots and a blood...
Can't you just pay the vet? Why do you need to pay this other person to give you a certificate?
Because it's cheaper if you pay the Friends of Animals.
Okay.
Yeah. There must be some kind of a charity
right.
Where they reimburse the vet more. I'm not sure how it works. But hey, for the vet, it works out for them. I would have never gone to that vet without because they accept a certificate. My vet's actually somewhere else.
Right.
So I did have to get a blood panel and stuff like that. So she's going to be spayed in about a month. But she was only in heat for maybe 3 days where she was going kind of crazy. And I had to take care of that. Luckily, it was on my day off Tuesday. I was able to get her up to the vet. And then also related to that, the Parsippany Animal Shelter apparently is, they have a lot of animals right now. And they have asked me to put the word out that if anyone's looking to adopt this holiday season or any time really, the Parsippany Animal Shelter.
Yes.
Go over there and check them out. And,
or here on Zunday, the Parsippany.
The Parsippany Animal Shelter. Yeah, where is that Parsippany sign? See? Yeah. Parsippany. Supporting our town.
Supporting.
And I got to say, as a cat owner, who recently got a cat, Dottie has changed my life. She's awesome. And so I highly recommend getting a pet. It's great. So, and then related to that, I do have to talk about...
I like your consistent segue of, and related to that.
Do I always say that?
Well, apparently in season 3 you do. It's like, you said it like 3 times in a row.
Well, I do try to segue when I write this, okay? Because we're going to keep it on animals.
Okay.
Okay, because we have to talk about Dogman.
Yes.
This is Dogman. Dogman, the movie's about to come out. I just ordered it. Way more Dogman than I should have ordered.
There's no such thing.
There's a new Dogman coming out this week, actually. It's Big Jim, which is a character in Dogman.
Right.
But thanks to Kirby, Kid Kirby,
yeah.
I've found out the origin of Dogman. Do you know the origin of Dogman?
Well, it's the guy who made Captain Underpants, right?
It is, Dave Pilkey.
And isn't Dogman like a comic that exists in that story? I could be making this up completely.
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. Dogman it's the greatest thing, Ziggy. It's horrifying. So Dogman is a cop and his dog, his canine dog.
Yeah.
And they get into a car accident together. And the cop, his head is destroyed and the dog's body is destroyed. So they sew the dog's head onto the cop's body. That is Dogman. That's Dogman.
That's amazing.
These are stitches.
Those are stitches.
Yeah,
okay.
These are stitches.
I always thought it was a beard.
Dogman is Frankenstein.
Yeah.
So I'm just so fascinated.
He's gonna have to be Funnyrama 7 Dogman.
I'm fascinated by that. I had no idea. I thought Dogman was a dog police officer in a world of dogs and animals, and it was that simple. But it's so. My question is now he doesn't speak. There are animals that speak. This cat speaks. For some reason, Dogman doesn't speak, but his owner speaks. So what happens to the owner's persona and personality when they attach this dog's head to his body? I don't know. Like, because they're both on surgical tables in here. They're like, hey, what if we put your head on my body? And then you never hear from the owner again, the human guy again.
Is his head like next to his body?
Yeah.
How does he say it?
No, they're bandaged up. The one guy's body is bandaged up, and the other guy's head is bandaged up. And then they're like, hey, let's sew you two together. It's he's already Dogman there.
Is that the first book? Are you sure?
This is the first book. Yeah, isn't it?
I don't know.
This is the first book.
Numbers.
Anyway, I just wanted to talk about Dogman. The movie's coming out. We carry Dogman. FUNNYBOOKS is, of course, the family-friendly comic shop. We're known for our all ages and family-friendly selection, including Action Figure Kingdom. And so kind of the flavor of the month will be Dogman. That movie should be huge.
Yeah.
Right? And if you're into Dogman, you might also be into...
And related to that,
these two books, Investigators.
Investigators.
Which is our second best-selling this type of book, which is like people are trying to do Dogman, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Max Meow, which is by a friend of ours, John Gallagher, who we do cons with a lot of times with the Kids Love Comics group of people. And that is Dogman. That's our animal segment. Woo! But really, thanks to Jim Yost and his family. That was very nice of them. Dottie loves her tower.
Yes.
She loves it. And it's light enough that I could move it around. So, like, when I leave for work in the morning, I put it in the room with the sun. Mm-hmm. And then when I come home, I drag it back into the room with my computer and my television. Yep. And then when I draw Action Figure Kingdom, I drag it right over to my table. And she hangs out and watches me. Yeah, amazing. So it's pretty cool. Okay, so the Yoo-Hoo toast. Are you ready for this?
I'm always ready.
Okay.
For our new viewers, every week we do a Yoo-Hoo toast.
Yes, we started it, and I actually did the research of this.
There's research?
Well, because we talked about when we started it. We actually started it in Season 2, Episode 5, but we didn't call it the Yoo-Hoo toast. I said, this is for Anna. We cheered her.
Right.
Cheers in Episode 5.
But that couldn't have been our first Yoo-Hoo.
That was our first actual cheers to somebody.
Right.
We were just drinking a Yoo-Hoo.
We were just drinking Yoo-Hoo.
Yeah. So then the next week's season 2, episode 6, I officially called it the Yoo-Hoo toast. I said last week we inadvertently created this segment called the Yoo-Hoo toast, and the second toast was John Cassidy.
Right.
But you ready for the big reveal? We don't have a Z, so we couldn't fit these ice of Z in the cooler this week because we're doing something different. Inadvertently, this is the final Funnyrama Yoo-Hoo.
And this is a bottle of Yoo-Hoo because I had to get it on my own because we only had one Funnyrama Yoo-Hoo left.
Yeah, yes. I did not plan that out well. I must have drank an extra Yoo-Hoo at some point. And I thought I would get out to get more Yoo-Hoo. I haven't been really leaving the house. So this is the final Funnyrama can of Yoo-Hoo.
You got to shake your Yoo-Hoo.
And this Yoo-Hoo toast is...
I don't even know who the toast is to.
Well, this toast is a kind of a general one, and I will have a recap of all the toasts, by the way. This is a toast to the holiday shopping season at FUNNYBOOKS.
Okay.
All right, and there's a lot to toast about this. There's a lot going on. We are definitely looking for people to shop here. That's the bottom line.
Yes. As a active store, we highly recommend all you people out there come and shop at the store.
Yeah, as much as fun as it is just hanging out, drinking Yoo-Hoo and doing YouTube shows, this is a business. And FUNNYBOOKS is charging us so much for this space to do the show.
Right, we have to pay FUNNYBOOKS.
We have to get Yoo-Hoo to pay us to pay FUNNYBOOKS. So this is to the holiday shopping season, and almost specifically...
yes. In case if you don't know what you want, you could always get Funny Money.
To Funny Money, FUNNYBOOKS version of the gift certificate. It can be any amount, and it can be used for anything in the store, just like cash.
Right.
Okay? All right, so here we go. Oh, wait. The side tap, right? Look at that side tap works.
You also put your thumb over it.
What do you mean?
You didn't notice that you did that?
I probably do that out of habit. Here's to the holiday shopping season.
You gotta get you got the logo out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Here's to the holiday shopping season and to Funny Money, our version of the gift certificate.
That's right.
Cheers. I feel sorry for you drinking out of that with that bottle because the can is so superior than a bottle.
I don't know if that's true.
I know that that's true. That's 100%.
Obviously, the best way to drink Yoo-Hoo is from a juice box. You ever get them in the juice box?
That's horrible. I was going to do juice box season.
Yeah.
I just can't bring myself to do juice box.
Yoo-Hoo juice box is good.
I think this odd...
We're doing a poll. Best way...
Dude, it's a can.
Best way... Yeah, it affects the flavor too much.
No way. That'd be like drinking a Pabst Blue Ribbon out of a juice box. It would be horrible.
Well, the fun thing about Pabst Blue Ribbon is that it's horrible no matter how you drink it.
So, listen, this is great. This Yoo-Hoo's great. And I do have another Yoo-Hoo thing next week I'll bring in.
Okay.
Another Yoo-Hoo thing. So, also, we should mention that Hanukkah lines up with Christmas this year.
Yes, it does.
So, that's good. That's really good for retail, I believe, and just in general, like we could all, well, not all, but, at least those two religions or whatever you want to call them can celebrate together at the same time. Because last year Hanukkah was like December 7th or something.
Right.
Right.
I mean, it happens. Sometimes it's rare, but sometimes it can reach as early as late November. It can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hanukkah's weird. Christmas is always on the same day.
Hanukkah is also always on the same day on the Hebrew calendar.
Oh, okay. Okay. I don't have one of those.
Yeah, well, you got to get one of those.
Oh, speaking of calendars.
Calendars?
Calendars.
Yeah.
Don't you have calendar stuff?
Oh! Yeah, wait, what was the segue? Related to that.
Oh, well, Hanukkah, Christmas.
Related to calendars.
Related to calendars.
Yes.
I do it. I do.
You said do. You said do. You heard it here first.
I do a flow.
On ZUNDAY.
I do a flow. I
Steve said do.
It has a flow, the show.
Yes. Yes. I've been doing this Star Wars Funko Advent Calendar.
Is it called an Advent calendar?
Advent Calendar.
Oh, wow, okay.
And even though I don't know what the word Advent means.
I will find out for next week's show.
Okay. That's going to be half the episode next week. The origin of the word Advent. So I've been working. Steve gave me this Advent calendar last year for Christmas at the Funny Books holiday party.
Yep.
And when it was too late to use it. Because this takes you up until Christmas. So I said, okay, I have to not lose this for a year so that next year...
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So that next year I can do it. And I've been doing it. So it's been 7 days. Just to show you where we are real quick. Here is days 1 through 7. Rob Martin says, the best way to drink Yoo-Hoo is to grab a bottle, empty it, fill it with Kahlua, and ask yourself how you ended up here in life. Listen, we're sitting at Funny Books. I've been asking how I ended up here in life for 32 years.
Yeah, we could do a Christmas kind of a concoction with some alcohol in it, possibly.
Probably
on a
a Yoo-Hoo and Kahlua mixture.
By the way, New Comic Day, well, Christmas Day and New Year's Day this year are both Wednesdays.
Right.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting.
Which really helped me out in terms of getting days off at my day job.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it does screw up New Comic Day 2 weeks in a row.
Anyway, so Paul from Canada says that Advent is the start of Christmas. That's
the start?
The start. I guess Christmas starts on... Hey, Christmas is one day.
Can you explain that a little better than that? Doesn't Christmas start on Christmas?
That's what I would assume. Maybe it's the start of the Christmas season.
So we're already in Christmas? This is Christmas?
Apparently, we're 7 days into Christmas. First of all, that doesn't make any sense. According to the song, there's only 12 days of Christmas.
Right. There's 12 days of Christmas.
Yeah.
And there's 24 days on the Advent calendar.
Right, because it takes you to Christmas Eve.
Right. There's no Christmas Day guy.
So we just since I have them up on screen.
Yeah.
Here are the first 7 days. We had R2. It's hard to see this, but R2D2's got reindeer antlers.
Nice.
And then we have Snowman Darth Maul.
Oh, that's cool.
Boba Fett in Christmas colors.
Nice.
And then either a hologram or Ghost C-3PO. I don't really understand.
It's ice. It's ice.
It could be.
Although the Chewbacca's ice.
The fact that either of them is ice doesn't really make any sense.
Ice cold.
There was been thought that he's like Ghost of Christmas Past.
Oh.
You know?
Maybe.
And then Ghost of Christmas. But I have a feeling by the time we get through all this, like there's going to be 5 of them, and that theory's going to be out the window.
Oh, also, you can probably, there's a discussion online somewhere about that.
And then we have Snowman Darth Vader.
Oh,
or
nice.
As I call him, Dark Lord of the Snow Vader. And then Princess Leia wearing, I think, what is supposed to be that white robe she wears.
Yeah.
But it's with a snowflake pattern on it.
Okay.
Which really makes it just look like a kimono to me.
Right.
She looks like she's going to a Korean wedding. And then questionable ice hologram ghost Chewbacca.
Nice.
Is what they've done so far. So that's the first 7 days.
I don't know if kimono is Korean. That's a Japan thing.
Right, but that sort of
Yeah.
That clothing.
Yeah.
I don't know if they call it something different.
Right.
But they definitely wear it.
Yes.
Because I saw Dion's mom at his wedding.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So it is a thing.
It is a thing. It's not called a kimono, though. It's something else. Yeah, well, those are cool because they're all unique figures, and they're all for Christmas, and then every Christmas you can take them out and put them out. And you know.
So now, live.
Oh, we're going to do one live?
Live on day 8.
Okay. Can I guess?
Yes.
I'm going to guess Han Solo. That was my first thing that popped into my head.
And what do you guess what the themed thing about it is going to be?
Ice Han Solo.
I don't know. Day 7 was weird
ice Chewbacca?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, what were you doing, Dottie?
Yeah. Dottie's being mischievous.
Dottie was being mischievous.
So
Come on, Dottie.
What about Han Solo do you think is going to be Christmassy?
He'll have Christmas colors, like a green vest.
Okay.
You didn't guess.
Oh, I don't guess.
Oh, you don't guess?
No.
Okay.
I guess it'll be something related to Star Wars.
Yes. Imagine it's Captain Kirk. That'd be great.
And it is. It looks like another
it's a BB-8.
No, it's a snowman R2D2.
Oh wow, your second R2D2.
Second R2D2. This one's a snowman.
Oh, Hans Snowlow.
Oh, that would have been good. That would have been good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I called the R2 one. I called it Rain 2 Deer 2. Because the rain.
Who did you call that to?
When I posted about it online.
Oh, nice.
On what's it called? Blue Sky.
Oh, Blue Sky, Blusky.
Blusky.
Yes.
Yes.
We call it Blusky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I called Boba Festive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I think they should change it to Blusky. I think Blue Sky is like I think Blusky is just better as a word that doesn't mean anything. Blue Sky is too descriptive of a real thing. Blusky's better.
See, this is why the colors are closer to BB-8 because look, it's sticks and carrots.
Oh, is that why it's orange?
Yeah.
That's why I thought it was BB-8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have
So we have our own advent calendars, by the way, if you want to get in on this fun. We do have 2 advent calendars. Actually, they're right up here. This is the Pokemon advent calendar.
Put that here for the rest of the show. Oh, nice. A Pokemon advent calendar.
Yeah, and it's what? How many days in is it?
This is day 8.
So you can still get a lot of fun, or you can do what Ziggy did and keep it around for a whole year and try to find it next year, which is kind of fun. Then we have one of these office advent calendars.
Do you want to know my secret on how I managed to not lose it for a whole year?
Probably you kept it on your Star Wars shelf with your Funko Pops.
No. What I did was when we left the Funny Books holiday party.
Yeah.
And I put it in my car.
Yeah.
I never took it out.
Oh, you kept it in your car?
For a year.
That's nice. Good idea. I'm going to take this mini books away.
What?
Yeah, because I want to show
But mini books is as much a part of ZUNDAY as either of us.
Well, I want to show everyone what we got going back here, so...
Oh, speaking of which...
These are our, this stuff is important. Look, it's the Justice League Saves Christmas special.
Or as you would say, related to that.
Related to this.
If we have any new, again, just to give some of our new viewers, because this is the season 3 premiere.
Yeah.
They might be wondering, why is it called ZUNDAY? And the Z in ZUNDAY stands for Ziggy, even though I'm the sidekick of the show.
Yes. Well, it's because it's on the day you work, Sunday.
Yeah.
Right? And you're, by the way, we didn't even talk about this. You're ZIGGY'Gan now.
ZIGGY'Gan. I heard you say that earlier.
It's perfect. You got the G's in your name, like Gilligan, ZIGGY'Gan. And I'm Skipper Steve. I've decided to be Skipper Steve this season, not Captain Conti.
Okay.
So it's ZIGGY'Gan and Skipper Steve.
You should have to. It should be ZIGGY'Gan, because the real line is the Skipper 2.
Yeah.
You should be and Skipper Steve 2. You have to like.
Were you singing? Were you just singing?
Well, kinda.
Wow. Not bad.
Skipper Steve 2.
You could do that part. I like that.
Yeah.
That thing. Okay, so I have a little thing here about and plus we have a current sale going on. Yes, we have like today. By
Oh, Yoo-hoo's so good.
Today we have everything in the store $12.99 and up, which includes everything on this shelf practically.
Just about.
Is
yeah.
20% off. All right. We also have bagged and boarded comics. If you get any 3, half off.
Mm-hmm.
And Funny Books T-shirts, the new ones, the orange ones, the black ones with the orange, $12. Plus, on top of everything,
oh wait, you saw shirts? You mean orange
like
one
that?
like this?
Oh yeah, I love that shirt.
I love it so much.
And then 5% back in frequent funny rewards on everything.
Yeah.
And I realized on Small Business Saturday we were doing 35% off some things.
Yeah.
Plus the 5% in rewards. And then last night,
Hey, we're not here to make money.
Well, yesterday I went to dinner.
Just discount it all away.
I was able to take Val out for her birthday finally.
Yeah.
And we went to dinner, and I noticed it said also a 3.5% charge for credit card sales.
Yeah.
Which is to cover their expenses.
Right.
So on top of all that, we are also paying 3.5% to the credit card company.
I know.
So 5% in rewards, 3.5% to the credit card company, 35% and a discount. That's a good deal.
That is a good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is good too because it's 20 plus 5 in rewards.
Right.
You know, and then we're covering the 3.5, which a lot of stores are putting that on the customer nowadays, and I just don't believe in that. I think that's the cost of doing business, and that's kind of
you know why they do it? Because it used to be, like anybody cares about this, but it used to be a lower percent.
Yeah.
And that was the cost of doing business. But now, because of like rewards cards and stuff, they offer all these rewards, and instead of paying for them, they charge
the stores
a higher percentage to cover it.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know. Hey, cash is king, you know.
Yeah.
Cash avoids all that. So I do have some ways that you can help us out this holiday season to offset some of these problems that we're having, right?
When you get to the counter, just yell really loudly in our face, I don't want your discount.
Yeah, and then throw money at us.
And then throw money at us for the full purchase
That was
cost.
number 1 on my list. Throw money at us.
Oh, were you doing a top 10?
Ziggy will dance, by the way, for money.
It's true. When you say it that way.
Yeah. So number 1 is let your gift givers know, because mostly if you're watching this, you shop here.
Yes. Right? Let
your gift givers know to come here and get something for you, either specifically or funny money, like we said. Specifically take some looking around, right? Mm-hmm. So what I have on my list is look around, try to avoid yellow fever. So what we call yellow fever are our weekly customers who are our bread and butter and who keep Funny Books going. They're the most important thing.
Do you ever workshop these things before you decide to throw them out there?
What, yellow fever?
Yeah.
Oh, I've done yellow fever before. Yellow fever is looking at only the yellow tags that say new this week. And you don't see anything else in the store because you're so programmed to come in every week and get the new comics. So we are asking everyone, maybe just spend another minute or 2 in the store to look around in shelves. You might find something that you want that you don't know we have. You could also do this online on our online store.
Yes.
Right? You can just go on our online store and search the Funko Pops and see what we have. What are you thinking? What's wrong with yellow fever?
You don't know?
Well, I know it's a disease.
No, I'm not getting into it on ZUNDAY.
It
has alternative meanings.
Oh, I thought it was a specific. I didn't realize that. That's why it was named that. I did not know that. I honestly didn't know that. I thought it was like the Black Plague.
Okay. Anyway, other ways to give us money.
I should have been a lawyer.
You should not.
Well, that's a good example of how I'm confused.
Well,
there's 2 diseases right there this
is just like when you had the section when you had the section of books. You had a graphic novel section with stuff that's been adapted to television, things like Netflix and stuff.
Yeah.
And you called that section Netflix and Chill.
Right.
Like, you know that has a meaning.
I didn't know that either. No.
You just heard a saying.
Netflix and chill. Netflix and sit on the couch and chill.
You truly believe that?
Yes.
That's why he's such a wonderful person. He's so innocent.
I just, not that I'm innocent, but I didn't know. Chill on the couch. I don't know. Let's keep going. That's really interesting, though.
When we're off the air, I'm going to explain to you what all of these actually mean.
Okay. So ask for funny money or ask for something specific, because what you don't want is someone coming in here looking for something for you. And if you shop here every week, obviously you have a lot of things,
right?
You know, and we can look a little bit back in your purchase history, but it's better if you're like, you know what, I've always wanted this. I'm going to ask someone to get it for me. Instead of getting socks or something you don't want, right?
Which, by the way, if anybody wants to get me socks,
yeah, me too.
I'm 100%.
I love warm socks. This floor is cold at Funny Books.
Yeah,
this is cold. I just put the mat behind the counter. By the way,
not Garden State Comic Fest cold.
No, not in an ice rink. So the other thing is, you can get other people gifts here.
That's how gift giving usually
works.
Right,
but you know what I'm saying? Other than sending people here for you, generally people that shop here, maybe they don't have people in their lives that are comic book fans. So they're not going to gift shop here. But seriously, if you look around, you might be able to find something for some people. I'm not saying everyone, although I truly believe that I can find something for anybody, anywhere in this store. But it does take some imagination. If there's kids, if you have nephews, nieces, kids, obviously, roll up some comics. If you're doing Christmas, put them in their stockings. Give the gift of reading. Look through. This bookcase. You have to look through this bookcase. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to come in for 1 minute and find a gift.
I'd like to look through this bookcase, but there's a big holiday gift sign in front of it.
There's all sorts of great stuff in here.
Yes.
And if like maybe your neighbors have kids, tell them in conversation when you're bringing up the garbage can. Oh, I went to Funny Books the other day. They have such great stuff. You should go there and holiday shop. They can really use your business. Something like that. Share our social media posts. If you're giving toys for tots, get your toy here. Get a Funko Pop and donate it to Toys for Tots. Right? And spread
then both you and the tot wins.
Yes. Yeah. Well, who, me?
Yeah.
And the person giving it wins too. That's 3 people.
Win, win, win.
Win, win, win. That's a triple win. Also. Oh! Sorry, Dottie. Dottie freaks out after we freak out. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, why don't you fix that? And I just spread the word in general. And also, not lastly, but how about don't forget to set it back to 1080p. Also, get your reserved comics in a timely manner, even though that's not holiday shopping, but that certainly helps us out. Recently, we have had a lot of people come in and be responsible and claim their folders and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, adults being responsible.
That's a holiday gift to yourself.
Yes. That's on my list. Read your comics.
I like how I'm ruining his entire list by saying things
read your comics. This is important.
Yes.
We all have this stack of comics, and honestly, read as many as you can, right? I mean, if you're collecting, that's fine. If you're not interested in reading, you're collecting. But if you're a reader and haven't gotten to it, that's different, right? You got to keep up with your comics. That's what really drives the engine of Funny Books is readership. And there's great comics out. I've been reading a lot since Dottie. I've been reading a lot more since Dottie. And since I got rid of television, basically.
Right.
I don't have cable anymore. So
I just started watching Gilmore Girls.
Oh my God. So there's that. And we're starting a hashtag on Instagram, Funny Books 2024 Holiday Gift Guide. And I've already started. And that's where I have a little photo.
On Blusky?
I have a photo booth set up. No, it's not on Blusky yet. But we are going to change that Blue Sky to Blusky. You'll see. It will be called Blusky someday. And we'll have originated it.
It will be in this store. Okay,
where are we? We are running low. Let's get to AFK quickly. All right. Can you put up a shot of Blast from Christmas Past? So, moving along, I just want to give myself a plug. This is Action Figure Kingdom is my homemade comic book. It's still in its grassroots stage. It's only available here at FUNNYBOOKS. I'm on issue 16. But specifically this season, I have a story that's told in Action Figure Kingdom 7 through 10 called Blast from the Past. And when I rebrand it, when I have to reprint this, because I still have the original copies, when I eventually have to reprint this or do a graphic novel of it, it's going to be called Blast from Christmas Past. Because it is a Christmas story. It takes place on Christmas. And it's the third arc. Return of the Queen, Zombie Kingdom, Blast from the Past. It's the second 4-issue arc.
Yep.
It is a total of 104 pages. The set, which we sell here at FUNNYBOOKS, it's 7 through 10, is only $14.
Yep.
And these original covers are limited edition Ziggy colored.
Still colored by Ziggy.
Still colored by Ziggy covers.
You'll notice they're much more enjoyable than other covers.
These are becoming quite scarce, the Ziggy covers. And I will be having...
As Ziggy once did all the covers, the colors, and then Steve has been slowly phasing him out of existence.
Well, Ziggy has decided that he doesn't want anything to do with drawing Action Pickle Kingdom #2, and he's now being penalized by being replaced on all the covers. You know? But no, actually, I just wanted to be... Listen, I'm going to have a hard time replacing some Ziggy covers. That's a great coloring job right there.
I love that cover.
Yeah, that's a good... That's Mr. Blast. That's why it's called Blast from the Past. Really quickly, this story arc, on Christmas Day, Tommy, who's the kid in the story, spoiler warning, it's about a kid playing with his action figures, he gets gifted his dad's old Acrobat and Sparkinator, which are kind of modeled after the old classic Flash, Jay Garrick with the helmet and with that brim hat, and Iron Man with the
bucket head.
With the bucket head.
Yeah.
So Acrobat has a bucket head. Classic Sparkinator, which is what I call them, the classics. He has the hat. They so when the dad gives them the figures and their flying car, the kid comes up with a story where they have traveled forward in time because they've been in a box for 30 years.
Right.
And now they're in the present and they meet the current Acrobat and Sparkinator, the modern day Acrobat and Sparkinator. And but the story actually begins in the past when classic Acrobat and Sparkinator, you can extrapolate that the dad is playing with them when he's a kid, and he's fighting this character called Mr. Blast. And in the opening scene, Mr. Blast gets washed down the drain pipe, and he's never seen again until 30 years later in this story, the kid finds him.
Yep.
And modern day Acrobat and Sparkinator have to fight him. And they don't know who he is, but he thinks he knows who they are because they look like Acrobat and Sparkinator. And it becomes a big...
Dottie just went into mini books.
I saw that, yeah. She's so funny. And so, but it's all on Christmas. There's a lot of snow. And it's got a real Christmas vibe to it.
You know what's good about snow? It covers up all the backgrounds.
It does. Snow, it covers up feet. Grass, it's fun to draw, and it really looks beautiful when Leia colors it. She's already colored some of the pages. You got this page doesn't have any snow, but I believe you have, so that's classic Sparkinator and classic Acrobat coming out of the time portal.
That looks really nice.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's them appearing into modern day, and then they're going to meet. They're going to have a big discussion about, are they counterparts? Are they alternate versions of each other? And then what's going to happen is Acrobat and Sparkinator, modern day, get a brand new jet car for Christmas on Christmas morning. And that's part of the story. And then they take it out for a test flight, and that's where they run into Mr. Blast, who's come out of the drain pipe finally.
We also have...
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, this is
modern Acrobat and Sparkinator.
Putting Christmas lights up on the headquarters. Because it is a real Christmas story. And it's enjoyable to read this time of year. So I like to give a special plug to Blast from the Past, to be renamed Blast from Christmas Past. And speaking of Mr. Blast, this character, Mr. Blast,
Yeah.
he is sort of going to be the defining action figure character at one point, because there's a story coming up after the current story I'm working on called Who is Mr. Blast?
Right.
And
No spoilers.
that is the coolest story I've written. And issue 24 in particular, I know it's a long way off, it's 8 issues away, is going to be the origin of Mr. Blast. It's already written. It's super cool. I cannot wait to draw it. And it's going to be very difficult for me to draw. But you're going to find out who he is, how, where he came from. There's some clues in this story about where the dad got him from. And he didn't buy him from a store, let's put him that way.
Right.
And I'm going to reveal the full origin of Mr. Blast, if God willing, everything's God willing, right? It's going to take me a while to get to it. I'm struggling drawing issue 17 right now, but I plan to have issue 17 out probably February.
Cool.
Before coaching season starts.
Nice.
Yeah. And then 18, I'll be working on during coaching season. It's cool because it's got all the Lambaster lacrosse guys in it. So I'll be coaching lacrosse and drawing 18 with all the Lambasters in it.
All right. So we got about 5 minutes left if we want to get out of here on time.
Yeah, we do, because my great niece and my great nephew.
Is there anything we want to any upcoming comics or anything from this week or on last call this week that we want to?
I would like to mention that on the season 2 finale.
Yeah.
We talked about. We showed a picture of Valerie, and the background was East of West, and we said that Nick Dragata was drawing East of West. And I mentioned that he's drawing the biggest comic out right now, but we never talked about the comic that he's drawing.
Right.
We skipped over it.
It was Absolute Batman.
It's Absolute Batman.
But we never actually mentioned Absolute Batman.
Yeah, so it's funny that, like, Nick Dragata, for me, he came out of nowhere. I've never really heard the name before. But he drew East of West. That was a long-running series. So it's like when you see an actor, I was watching Parks and Rec the other day, and I noticed Hawk is in it as a kid. Hawk from Cobra Kai.
Yeah, that's on the Pawnee Rangers episode.
Yeah. I was like, I know that kid. Oh, that's Hawk from Cobra Kai. So, these stars never just appear. They've all had a long track record. And comic book artists.
I know my Parks and Rec.
Yeah, absolutely. And comic book artists, same thing. You just don't. I'm doing Absolute Batman now.
He went from that episode. For some reason, I'm well versed in this kid's career.
Yeah.
But he went from that episode to being on Fresh Off the Boat to being on Cobra Kai.
Right. Yes. Fresh Off the Boat. I don't remember him in that. But this is why I should really be talking about people going on the Hub and reserving their comics. Not Hawk from Cobra Kai.
Hawk from Cobra Kai.
Now, what's his real name, that actor? You don't know, right? So I'd say get on the Hub. Take a look. Ziggy is going to start processing DC and Image today. And so if you're looking at next Wednesday stuff, get that in as soon as you can. Skip down to Last Call, or over, actually, to Last Call, and get your order in for 3-4 weeks from now if you are a specific cover person. Or if you're an indie reader.
I got to do that today, too. I still haven't done that this weekend.
If you're an indie reader and you like these fringe books that we sell 1, 2, 3 copies of, it's really a good idea to get on the Hub and save them ahead of time. It's a really difficult climate over there on these. There's so many little books and little series. It's really impossible to keep everything in stock. You really, when you got to cut it to the core. Unfortunately, if you're selling 3 of something. On a consistent basis, you can't order 4 and have 1 for the shelf. It just dips into the margin in this business too much. And you just got to order 3. And then if someone else wants one, you can order it for them, or you can take it from someone else who knows not going to be in, as long as you can replace it before they get in, something like that. But it's best that you get on the Hub, Comic Hub, funnyrama.com. The homepage has a blue link called the Customer Portal.
Who's coming in for the outro?
And and go to the Customer Portal, and then scroll down, go to Coming Soon, or just search what you like and pre-reserve things, right?
Yes.
Also, you can go to our online store. There's a link on the homepage of funnyrama.com, just above the Customer Portal. It says Funny Books Online Store, and you could search what Funko Pops does Funny Books have, what action figures, what statues, what graphic novels, what hardcovers, what manga. Put in different search things and kind of pre-shop, or you could put an order in there. You know?
Can.
And that's it.
I think you should end the show today by jumping back in to the Dottie and Steve song.
Dottie and Steve, Steve and Dottie, Dottie and Steve, Steve and Dottie, Dottie the cat, and Steve the human, Dottie and Steve, Dottie and Steve. Thank you for turning your Sunday into ZUNDAY.
Go Bingy! And this is the part where we fumble to